Winter is coming and city crews are ready for upcoming snowstorms with trucks, plows, and de-icing equipment. Here's what you need to know.
We're at that time of the year where our construction season is winding down and we're transitioning into our winter operations. There's preparation that occurs for that, training of the staff, transitioning of the equipment, putting snowplows on, sander boxes in, getting the de-icer trucks calibrated and ready to go for the winter. Essentially, the beginning of November, we switch our crews from a summer construction season shifts to a winter operations shifts, which consist of 3 separate shifts. First one beginning at 4 a.m. in the morning, and the last shift goes till 9 p.m. in the evening. So we have 17 hours of coverage daily. If a storm sets in and is bad enough, we then would have the option to go to 2 12-hour shifts for 24-hour coverage.
As a winter storm approaches, we have many different tools to fight against the storm. We may start out with our de-icer trucks, putting down de-icer over the streets to try to keep the ice off. Then we can move to our bigger equipment with, we've got graders, we've got large snow plows, belly plows, and we have a smaller 550 size plow that we use.
Our City of Bend employees are very talented and very diverse, from ADA concrete work to asphalt paving, leading into the winter operations where they really shine under emergency situations.
As we transition into winter operations, there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes. Our garage staff is critical and essential in switching over the equipment. Total department, we've got about 50 folks. In the street side, boots on the ground out there trying to make the streets safe. We've got about 31 CDL drivers that transition into the winter operation.
As I coordinate with the other supervisors in the street department, we have the city broke down into 8 different sections. Some of them are flat areas and some of them are very hilly. So we have a dedicated group of employees who have trained on different sections and are comfortable in those sections.
The City of Bend takes a best management approach when it comes to winter operations. We don't use salt. We sand, but we clean up our sand so it doesn't end up in the drain system immediately after a storm event.
We have 840 lane miles in town to maintain. About 160 of that is arterials, kind of primary routes. There's also our collector streets feeding those arterials, about 70 lane miles. Most of our streets, local residential, over 600 lane miles. We're in a winter town here. We get an average of 34 inches of snowfall a year typically, and so be prepared, be careful, be patient.
As a winter storm approaches, our priorities are to clear the collectors and arterials, school zones, emergency areas. We also concentrate on the intersections, hilly areas, that type of thing. As the storms kind of wind down a little bit, our priorities may focus into residential areas as clearing them. And then as the storm winds up, I might add that we don't clear sidewalks. That is the property owner's responsibility.
Snow removal and ice removal policies can range from bare pavement to do nothing, neither of which are reasonable. And so with our staff and our equipment we focus on the main priority routes for safe traveling public and as cost efficient and reasonable as we can.